Madagascar is a world apart, a land of extraordinary life found nowhere else on Earth. It is an island adrift in the Indian Ocean, separated from the great continent of Africa millions of years ago. This long isolation allowed nature to conduct a magnificent experiment. The result is a treasure trove of unique animals and plants, each one a testament to evolution's boundless creativity. From the leaping lemurs that fill the canopies with their calls to the chameleons that change their colors like living jewels, every corner of this island holds a story of survival and adaptation. It is a place that continues to astonish and inspire us. This island sanctuary was once home to creatures that seem to belong to the realm of myth and legend. Imagine a world where giants roamed the forests, not mammals, but birds of an almost unbelievable scale. These were not the fierce predators of our nightmares, but gentle titans that shaped the very landscape they inhabited. For centuries, tales of these colossal birds were passed down through generations. Stories that hinted at a lost chapter in the planet's natural history. To understand Madagascar is to understand the ghosts of these magnificent creatures that once walked its ancient Earth. Among all the wonders of this unique island, one creature stands out for its sheer, breathtaking size. It was a bird so large that it has been rightfully named the elephant bird. This was not a creature of the skies, for its immense weight kept it firmly on the ground. It was the heavyweight champion of the avian world, a true giant that would have dwarfed any living bird today. The elephant bird, or Aepyornis maximus, represents the pinnacle of island gigantism, a phenomenon where isolated species evolve to enormous sizes. Its presence would have been an unforgettable sight. The story of the elephant bird begins in the very soil of Madagascar. For a long time, the only evidence we had were the colossal eggs, some larger than a football, that were occasionally discovered by local people and explorers. These giant, fossilized shells were the first clues, whispering of the enormous bird that must have laid them. They sparked curiosity and wonder across the globe, prompting scientists to piece together the puzzle of this lost species. It was the beginning of a journey to unveil one of the most remarkable animals ever to have lived, a true giant from a lost world. The elephant bird was a creature of staggering proportions, a true behemoth of the bird kingdom. Standing tall, it could reach heights of up to 3 meters, or nearly 10 feet. This meant it would have towered over a fully grown human, its head reaching high into the lower branches of the forest trees. Its sheer scale is difficult to comprehend. It was not built for a life in the air. Instead, it was a master of the ground. Its body was robust and powerful, a design perfected for a life spent walking through the dense forests and grasslands of ancient Madagascar. Its appearance was as striking as its size. The elephant bird likely had shaggy hair-like feathers, perhaps a dark mottled brown or gray, which would have provided excellent camouflage within the dappled light of the forest. Its head was relatively small for its massive body, perched atop a long, strong neck. It possessed 2 powerful pillar-like legs, ending in large, 3-toed feet that could carry its immense weight with ease. Unlike its distant relative, the ostrich, it was not built for speed, but for steady, deliberate movement through its environment. It was a slow-moving, gentle giant. What truly set the elephant bird apart was its incredible weight. Scientific estimates suggest that these birds could weigh up to 450 kilograms, or nearly 1,000 pounds. This is comparable to the weight of a grand piano or a large dairy cow. This immense mass made flight an absolute impossibility. The laws of physics simply would not allow such a heavy creature to take to the skies. Its wings were tiny and useless, vestiges of a flying ancestor long lost to time. It was a bird completely and utterly bound to the earth. This flightlessness defined its entire existence. Without the ability to fly, the elephant bird had to find all its resources on the ground. It could not escape predators by soaring into the air, nor could it migrate across vast distances. Its world was the forest floor, a rich and complex habitat that provided everything it needed to survive and thrive. Its evolution had traded the freedom of the sky for dominance on the ground, becoming the largest and heaviest terrestrial animal on the island for thousands of years, a true king of its domain. The elephant bird was a herbivore, a peaceful giant that browsed on the vegetation of Madagascar. Its diet likely consisted of fruits, seeds, and leaves that it could reach with its long neck. It played a vital role in its ecosystem as a megaseed disperser, By consuming large fruits and then traveling across the landscape, the bird would have spread seeds far and wide in its droppings. This process was crucial for the health and regeneration of many of Madagascar's unique plant species, some of which may have evolved specifically to be eaten and dispersed by this magnificent creature. These birds led a solitary or perhaps small group existence, peacefully navigating their forest home. Their days were likely spent foraging for food, moving slowly and deliberately through the undergrowth. Because of their immense size, adult elephant birds would have had no natural predators. They were simply too large and powerful for any of the island's carnivores to tackle. This allowed them to live a relatively untroubled life, secure in their position at the top of the island's food chain, not as a hunter, but as an untouchable, browsing giant. Nesting was a monumental event for the elephant bird. The female would lay an egg of colossal proportions, the largest single cell known to science. These eggs could measure up to 34 centimeters in length and had a liquid volume of around 9 liters, equivalent to about 160 chicken eggs. The mother would likely have created a simple scrape or nest on the ground to hold her precious giant egg. The sheer size of the egg meant it was a huge investment of energy for the female, a single chance to bring forth the next generation of giants. The life of an elephant bird was deeply connected to the rhythms of its island home. It shaped the forests by spreading seeds, and in turn, the forest provided it with sustenance and shelter. This delicate balance existed for millennia, a perfect example of coevolution between a unique animal and its equally unique environment. The bird was not just a resident of Madagascar, it was a key architect of its ecosystems. Its steady, plodding footsteps and its gentle browsing were as much a part of the landscape as the ancient trees themselves. The disappearance of the elephant bird was not a sudden event, but a slow decline that coincided with the arrival of humans on Madagascar. For thousands of years, these giants had lived without fear of any predator. However, the new arrivals brought with them new pressures. Humans hunted the great birds for their meat, which would have provided a substantial source of food for a family or a small village. While the birds were large and powerful, their slow-moving nature and flightlessness would have made them relatively easy targets for organized groups of human hunters. Beyond direct hunting, the impact of humans on the elephant bird's habitat was profound. People began to clear forests to create space for agriculture and settlements. This habitat destruction reduced the areas where the birds could find food and raise their young. Furthermore, the giant eggs were a tempting and valuable resource. Evidence from archaeological sites shows that humans collected and consumed the contents of these enormous eggs. The combined pressures of hunting, egg collection, and habitat loss created a perfect storm from which the species could not recover. The last elephant birds are thought to have vanished around 1,000 years ago. Their extinction marks a significant loss, not just for Madagascar, but for the entire planet. We lost not only a species of incredible size, but also a crucial ecological engineer. The plants that relied on the elephant bird to disperse their seeds may have struggled to survive, leading to cascading effects throughout the ecosystem. The silence left by the absence of this giant is a stark reminder of how fragile even the most dominant species can be in the face of rapid environmental change. The story of the elephant bird is a poignant lesson. It teaches us about the profound impact our species can have on the natural world. This gentle giant, which thrived for millennia, was driven to extinction in a relatively short period following human arrival. Its fate underscores our responsibility to protect the unique and wonderful creatures that still share our planet today. By learning from the past and understanding the delicate balance of life, we can work to ensure that no more magnificent species become just a story from a lost world.